Hello again, Unky Tonks. Now, looking closely at how Parliament works, how it goes about doing stuff, the procedure or lack thereof, it's all about swings and roundabouts. It's all about how certain politicians feel, or those in government especially. And it's all about political advantage, whether information is allowed to be talked about in Parliament. Now, so far, the government are refusing to give Reform MP Rupert Lowe the figures for migrant crimes in this country. And I don't know why not. I mean, they're just figures, and that's it. They're numbers, but they won't give it to him. Why? I think we all know why. And by the way, I think Rupert Lowe is the standout politician for me from Reform or any other party in Parliament. He's asking all the right questions. He's pushing for stuff that nobody else seems to be caring about, and he's doing a stellar job. I reckon the rest of Reform could learn from this man, because he certainly is. He's like a good example, a really great example of an MP. And then we come to Southport. Now, so many questions again. Why aren't they allowed to talk about it in Parliament? Why aren't MPs allowed to question Keir Starmer about it during PMQs? Because I thought MPs had parliamentary privilege. They could talk about things which are legally impossible to talk about to us normies outside of Parliament. And yet they took it upon themselves to name the alleged Chinese spy that had befriended Prince Andrew, which led to a massive scandal. Now, this Chinese fella is still denying that he's a spy. So again, swings and roundabouts. There's no confirmation that he is, because he's denied it. Of course, he would deny it, wouldn't he? But still, I think this is a far more important thing not to talk about in Parliament, because it involves the country's security. And China, I believe, reading between the lines and seeing what's going on, is a massive threat to the UK at the moment. So I'd have thought that it'd be something like that, that the government would refuse permission for MPs to ask question about, rather than Southport. What's so important about the Southport suspect? And again, I'm hearing stuff from people like Dan Wootton saying they're not allowed to talk about certain bits of it because it would damage the court case, and you can get done for contempt of court for just mentioning it. Tommy Robinson knows, apparently. And whatever this information is, it's likely to be dynamite, political and societal dynamite. And I'd have thought that Parliament would put the security of the nation, a big, massive spy story, above a murdering Islamist terrorist and the appeasement of a certain community here in the UK. So, do you know where I'm coming from? The government have bent over backwards. They fell over themselves to try and stop things coming out regarding the Southport suspect. And yet they've allowed the story of an alleged Chinese spy who apparently infiltrated the royal family and likely got secret information to come out, and everyone knows about it. So it's a mystery, isn't it? Isn't it just interesting? Of course, we won't know what this big secret is regarding the Southport murders and the suspect until just before and during the trial. And it's hard to figure out why a government would be far more concerned about the secrecy and keeping secrets from us regarding that, instead of this Chinese spy story. It just doesn't add up. I mean, they really bent over backwards to try and name this guy, even though it's not confirmed. And he's in the media trying to defend himself. So, goodness me, what on earth's going on? Unless, of course, the Southport story is indeed a matter of national security and the government's involved somewhere. Who knows? Speculation, isn't it? That's what happens when people don't tell you stuff. You tend to try and figure things out for yourself. And that's that. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. And until the next time, Roger Trout.